It is known that humanity has entered the era of information and innovation, where the intellectual potential of the nation becomes a determining factor of effective economic development. Therefore, the main source of economic growth today is human potential. But the accumulation of capital occurs at the stage of studying. This is one of the many schools in Kazakhstan, but it has some distinguishing features. Studying process here happen not only in the classroom. Students and teachers don't hurry to leave the walls of the school. Every day there is something new, something interesting. This is Kazakhstan Lyceum. Since 2006, it has a very important mission, an experimental platform for gifted children. All this is done to reform the education system to adapt to modern demands of life and integration into the world's scientific and educational processes. At the time when I went to school, we children of that time were completely different. Now children are completely different too. Not because children are born different, but because the world is different, time is different, and of course, it has its own particular demands. This is the era of technology. Children want to know more. They're curious. They literally tear, so to speak, not just grind away to their studies. And we sometimes can't keep up with them. We teachers understand that a child might know more today than we do, so it is very difficult, but we have to be ahead of them, and that, requires a great deal of effort. Experimental classes for gifted children open in several lyceums and gymnasiums of the country. They gradually develop and implement training programs in 3 languages.
Английский в наше время это
Well, the English language nowadays is one of the most popular languages, because basically all operations happen in English. Also, if you want to communicate with other people from other countries, English is the common language. Let's say English is taught not only in our country, they study it in Africa, in Australia. Everyone needs to know English because it helps connecting people from different countries. Teachers of Lyceum focus on new and experimental forms of work demonstrated at seminars and trainings. At the same time, they are always ready to share their experiences because all teachers in the country have one common goal. There is a very good teaching staff. It gives us a lot of knowledge, and I know that whatever they teach me here will be useful in the future, both in the university studying and in later life. In general, everything that is happening at the Lyceum for me is very important because I see how children grow up. It has been 24 years, 11 months and 2 days since the opening of the Lyceum. For this period, we have 718 graduates. 20 of them became scholars of Bolshak program. They studied in the best universities of the US, Great Britain, and other countries, came back and worked for the country. I think it's one of the best educational programs in the world, which has no analogs.
Более 20 наших выпускников по этой программе за счет государства учились, закончили, получили дипломы, вернулись.
Our school is pretty small. At the moment, there are 195 students, but we are proud that more than 20 students are scholars of Presidential Educational Program Bolshak.
Более 20 по этой программе учились.
A teacher is a key figure in resolving the priority tasks of education. The quality of the teaching staff, the level of preparation, efficient organization of work, in fact, determines students' achievement and, more importantly, becomes a great motivational tool.
Главное все-таки это мотивация ученика. И вот
the main thing is students' motivation, and there are certain techniques, certain relationships the team is formed on its basis. Students' motivation is very important. His understanding of what he wants to do in life is very important. We help parents create the conditions, and that's when it all works and we get such amazing results.
Помогаем, родители создают условия. И вот когда все это работает, вот эти удивительные результаты.
A modern graduate is a person that meets the requirements of the international community. Therefore, the knowledge acquired during his school years is the foundation for his further personal growth.
В будущем молодое поколение
In the future, the young generation should be slightly different. Now we see remarkable examples of bright young people of Kazakhstan. We are free-spirited, mobile, and highly competitive.
Которые свободны, мобильны, конкурентоспособны.